Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about the 42 by 40 by 17 shop that I installed. Now you would think this would be an easy process, but after hours upon hours of deciding and talking about specifications, we finally got a plan put together. Now the first thing I had to do was clear the property. It had a lot of trees on it, and after it was cleared, we started doing dirt work. Now I knew that the property had a problem with shedding water because it was so flat, so I decided to dig a pond in order to get the dirt to build it up. Now, the water table isn't that high, but you can see how much water has already filled up in the pond. You can see here after it rained how much it's puddled up. Now once it dried out, I was able to get the dirt spread out, and we started doing some more deliveries of sand to get the foundation packed down and continue the process. So this next picture is where we got the forms up and the rebar in on 2-foot centers. Now I didn't get the actual concrete truck dropping out the concrete, but I do have the guys out here smoothing it out. Now after it got dried for a couple of days, my son decided to try it out, so in this next picture you'll see him kind of riding around. And it was actually about 2 months before the building was able to be brought out and put up. You can tell by the grass, more and more grass is growing up around the foundation. But once the company was able to finally deliver the first load, then they delivered the frame and the guys came out to start putting it up. And the main frame went up pretty quickly in the center, and then they started putting the lean-tos on. And the whole process of building, it only took about a day and a half to build the whole building. And there you see my little one standing in front after the framing is done. Now they're putting up the outside paneling. Now I had some doubts about this type of framing and this type of building, but after I put it up, I'm really happy with the results and the actual cost I have in it. There were a few options that I upgraded on and spent a little bit more money on, like the big framing on the right side on the top that you've seen on that last picture. Now as they were building it, they made sure everything was completely flat and level. You can see different style levels that they put on different arms and left those up the whole time to make sure that the whole building stayed perfectly centered. Now I opted for 3 bay doors. The center bay door is a 13-foot tall by 12-foot wide, and then I have two 10 by 10s. And right here in this next picture you can see the roofing, all the siding's on, but they're fixing to start doing the roofing. One of the delays I had was the center bay door, the 12 by 13, or actually it's a 13 tall by 12 wide. It was a special order which took a while to get it in. But here you see them putting up the roof paneling on the building, and it's getting really close to being done. Now this is considered a non-weight bearing structure, but it has a pretty high snow load, and 4 or 5 guys was on top of it at one time, so it does hold quite a bit of weight. And the builder that built my house was actually pretty surprised about how this building was built, and he was pretty impressed with it. Now they're fixing to put up the bay doors. It took 4 guys to pull it in, and then they had to hold each other on the ladders to get it up. The bay doors were pretty heavy. Now, I do not know how I would have been able to do it if it was just me by myself. Once the bay doors were up, they got everything adjusted, made sure that everything worked properly. Now the entrance to side door I put in myself. I bought it from the local hardware store. It's an impact resistant door. That was one of the things I saved on cost. Now it took a little while to decide on the framing on the inside, because you've got one side that's open, one side that's closed. I actually like this. I know a lot of people don't, but it allows me to put up a wall without doing any framing for a paint booth or a sanding type area, or whatever else I'll need. Now the center is 17 foot tall, so completely enough room for a lift. Here's the completed building, and I will eventually put some gravel or concrete in up front. I would suggest you buying your own exterior walk-through door. Just tell them to opt out, to take the price off the door, so lower the price down. You'll actually save money going and buying it yourself. But other than that, thanks for watching my video today. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for me. Like it, share it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching again, everyone.